Hello and welcome to America's Premier Experts. I'm your host, Mark Grimm. On America's Premier Experts, we interview some of the best and brightest minds across the world on solutions that can help grow your business and even change your life. Our special guest today is a spunky old broad, and who wouldn't think that interview is going to be interesting after that introduction, but it's Dr. Gayle Carson. Great to see you.
Thank you. Nice being here.
You have to explain why you're a self-described spunky old broad.
Well, I'm the best spunky old broad you're ever going to meet. But,
I agree.
A spunky old broad is someone who never says die. We always say we can do more and be more, and so it's not over until it's over, and that's exactly how I feel. So it's important for women to know they should never say, I wish I had, if I could have. They need to do it now, and it is never too late.
You've had some rain. You know, there's an expression I love. This: before you can see the rainbow, you have to see some rain. And you've had some rain in your life. You were married for over 40 years, and you lost your husband, and you lost a son. So out of this tragedy, though, instead of being a broken woman, you're somebody who's so vital. How did that happen?
Well, it happened because I'm a very happy person, number one. I don't believe in negative energy, and I don't have time for negativity. So the important thing is to keep going. I've always had wonderful friends, I have a wonderful family, and I've always loved what I've done. So if you're happy, basically, you can't feel sorry for yourself. You have to keep going no matter what. So that's what I've done.
In fact, you didn't even start to use the computer until you were 60.
No, I was 60 years old when I started the computer.
Right.
I was over 40 when I got my doctorate. And I've been in business for 50 years. So there's a lot of things that I have done before, but there's a lot of new things that I started.
You started business at age 21?
At age 21.
And there weren't a lot of women in business at that time.
No, as a matter of fact, everybody I did business with was a man, and it was not an easy thing to do.
And they're saying, oh, well, who's this young woman there? But you gave it right back to them, didn't you?
Absolutely, because that's the only way you're going to be successful.
A self-described SOB. What is that all about?
I am a real SOB, and I'm the spunkiest old broad you ever want to meet. It's a bottom line thing. I mean, I just think being spunky, old is not a bad word, and broad is who I'm proud to be. So I am an SOB.
How do you help people, Gayle? Because obviously your attitude is infectious, I think. But how do you really help people?
Well, there's a lot of different things. First of all, I happen to be a very big workout person, so I believe in physical fitness. I don't expect people to do what I do, but I do expect them to move, and that's one of the reasons I did a DVD series on Let's Get Moving. I do weight training, kickboxing.
Kickboxing?
Yes.
Well, you are spunky old broad. That's something.
Yes, and I do body bar work, so all of that is a part of that. So it's just a belief that you can be whoever you want to be. So it's fitness. It's,
and how much fitness do you do?
I do 2 hours a day.
2 hours a day?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I don't expect people to do that.
Yeah.
I want them to start with 2 minutes, 3 minutes,
Work up
5
to
minutes.
what you can.
Exactly.
But do get in the habit of doing it because that affects your mental outlook.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm a 3-time breast cancer survivor. As a matter of fact, I think it's important to know that I am one who got through it very well because I believe in mental and physical energy, and that's one of the reasons that I was able to do it.
3-time breast cancer means it's appeared 3 times.
3 times.
And it's in remission.
Well, we hope so.
We hope the third is
right.
But
right.
It's constant. Something in the back of your mind, I would imagine.
Well, I've had 12 surgeries, but I don't dwell on
12
that.
surgeries.
12 surgeries, and I always say I look like a blueprint for a roadmap. But the important thing is that if you think positively, you can't wake up feeling sorry for yourself.
Well, because this is people hear this. Oh my God, she's lost her husband after these years. You've lost your child. You've had breast cancer 3 times. Where does this come from? This insistence on positive energy that you create?
Well, I really think it comes from my
mom.
Because
if we can find this secret, we want to give it to everyone.
Well, my mom is 99 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
And she instilled in me...
Is she a spunky old broad,
Yes,
too?
she is. Yes, she is. And I have to tell you that she instilled from the beginning accountability and responsibility. And I was never able to weasel out of anything.
Yeah.
So the important thing was I learned from the very beginning, responsibility is what you take, accountability is how you act, and you have to take everything the way it comes. And I wake up knowing there's going to be a crisis in the day.
So how do you apply this attitude to a business model?
Well, I think persistence and discipline is the key to anything. So if you're persistent about something and if you're disciplined about something, then it's going to be successful for you. But you have to be able to take the bad with the good, and that's important because not everything is a bed of roses. You have to keep going.
You're especially really focused on the idea of helping women. And it's not that you don't like guys. You were married to one for a long time. But you really want to help women achieve their dreams.
Well, you know, this is a new venture for me because I've always worked with men and I've always been in business. I mean, I had a very large company at one time. I had 7 offices. I had 350 people who worked for me. So it was not an easy thing to do. But I just felt I've met so many women who are out of balance with their life, who are unhappy with where they are, who think it's all over once they hit the age of 50. So I wanted to show them there are other things. There's just a whole bunch of things that are out there for them.
One of the phrases, and there's a lot of unique phrases and a lot of unique things about you, but this is your life, live it.
Absolutely. And I also say, this is your life, love it. And I also say life is a moving target, so you have to always look at the balance of it. And that's what I think that people don't realize today, is balance is always changing. It doesn't stay the same. What was good for you 15 years ago is not good for you today. What's good for you yesterday may not be good tomorrow. So you have to constantly be watching who you are, what you're doing, and who your friends are. Because there are a lot of people who can drag you down if you're not careful.
Well, talk more about that, because positive associations lift you, negative associations can bring you down.
Absolutely.
How do you find the right people? What advice would you have for that, to be able to be swimming in the right circles?
Well, it's not an easy thing to do, because there are a lot of people who surround you who may even be family.
Yeah, they might be related to you.
That's right, who you can't do anything about. But you need to be able to choose your friends. You have to be able to say no. And you also have to be able to take charge and be able to say, this is not what I want to do. I mean, there are a lot of people who don't have the ability to say no. And you have to be able to do that.
And that's part of the SOB
Absolutely.
image that we're talking about.
Absolutely.
I mean, it isn't that you're the worst person on earth. It's really knowing who you are and being able to say, this is the right path. And if you're not helping me stay on the right path, I'm sorry. But you're not going to be in my life unless you're a positive influence.
Absolutely. You know, stress studies have proven that 5 minutes of negative thinking takes the body 24 hours to recover from. I don't have 24 hours, so I want to keep everything on as positive and a plane as I can, because you need all your energy in today's world to be able to survive.
And let's talk about the current times, Gayle, because a lot of people are really depressed now. They're down on their luck, and they're saying, gee, I don't have the strength that Dr. Gayle Carson has. I mean, yeah, I love her vitality, but I don't have that strength. Where can I find that?
Well, you have to find your own passion. I happen to love animals, so I have animals around me, and they just give me great pleasure. They give me happiness no matter what. I wake up with a smile on my face, and I'm very happy with them. The second thing is I love water, so I live on the water, and I enjoy that. And I love how I live my life. The first thing I do when I get up in the morning is work out. And then that sets the tone for the day.
Yeah, I mean, people know that feeling when once you've just finished your workout. It may have been hard while you're doing it, but once you finish it, that's that great feeling.
Absolutely.
You've accomplished something there.
And I'll tell you something else. When I go to the gym and the instructor doesn't show up, I do the class, because I'm not about to go to the gym and not work out if I'm there.
Why am I not surprised by that? Well, you know, what about your future? If there's one thing you can do in your future, what would it be?
Well, if there's one thing I could do in my future, there's a lot of things I would do. Number one, I would establish some kind of a place for unwanted animals. And I would also, if I had the space, have 100 more if I could. Second of all, I would also establish a place for women who aren't able to take advantage of some of the things that I offer, for them to go to be able to get the education and the knowledge and the passion to be able to start on the road to success.
And where can they find that information, Gayle?
Well, they can go, yes, they can go to my website, spunkyoldbroad.com.
Spunkyoldbroad.com.
Absolutely.
That's certainly a unique name.
Yeah.
All right, well, you are a unique woman, to say the least. And I'm sure the people watching have been inspired, and will certainly drive traffic to Spunky Old Broad. But we wish you many more decades of a happy life.
Well, I thank you. I wish them to me as well.
All right. Thank you. Dr. Gayle Carson, America's premier expert as the Spunky Old Broad. Great to see you.